rule in our kingdom. A child who is meant to be king will be treated as slave unless he grows.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Any man who arises without a commensurate shining is like an induced fire whose end can be predicted. If you arise and there's no commensurate shining, you are like an induced fire and can predict your end. How many of you cooked with firewood before? You have cooked with firewood. Can I say one thing you did that I did? Maybe we will agree. They told you to fan this thing and you checked. You were fanning it was not fanning. So as they moved, you took kerosene and you poured it and it say yes, yes. And all of a sudden, how did it go? Yeah. Such fires are not sustained. You know why? Because they are induced. Every man can reflect only what he is connected to. I told them yesterday evening during the prayers. The day the moon begins to boast and say, "Son, every day you'll be making noise, you shine too much." Moon says, "I want to shine too." The sun says, "There's no problem," and closes the shining, and you will see crisis. There's no moon without the sun. You cannot shine if you are not connected to a source. The relevance of my life is tied to where I am connected to. He said that they said many years ago that if you want to hide anything from an African man, that you should put it in books. He says, "I cursed the day that statement was made." You don't hide things from us. If you hide it now, we will see. But you know my generation. The only place they will keep it so you can see it is to keep it in WhatsApp. What have you book this month? The old road get close to my trouble. At last I lay down. I went to the we'll be looking at the topic, the Father's blessing. The Father's blessing. The aim is to establish that blessings exist and how to collect the Father's blessing. We want to establish the fact that blessings exist and how to collect the Father's blessing. For an outline this morning, I'll look at an introduction. I'll look at who is the Father. I'll look at who can be your Father. I'll look at God the Father, characteristics of God the Father, and I'll look at other characteristics of fathers. I'll look at benefits of the Father's blessings, how to provoke the Father's blessing. I'll look at why many never connect to the Father's blessing. I'll conclude so we can begin to pray. For a text this morning, Genesis chapter 1, verse 28. Genesis chapter 1, verse 28. If you are there, let's read together. I want to go. And God blessed them. And God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. Ephesians chapter 1. Ephesians chapter 1. If you are in verse 3, let's read together. I want to go. Blessed be the God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, who hath blessed us with all spiritual blessings in heavenly places in Christ. Now tell your neighbor, say blessed. Yes. Be the God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, who hath blessed me with all spiritual blessings in heavenly places in Christ Jesus. Each time you read verse 3, something exciting comes to mind. That the person who is blessing you is blessed. Hello? Because Hebrews 7 verse 7 tells us that for without contradiction, that the lesser is blessed of the better. So for anyone to qualify to put blessing on another man, it means that that man carries a blessing. Praise the Lord. Amen. Genesis chapter 27. Genesis chapter 27. Genesis 27. If you are there, let's read 27 to 29. And he came near and kissed him, and he smelled the smell of his raiment and blessed him, and said, see, the smell of my son is as the smell of the field which the Lord has blessed. Therefore God gave thee of the dew of heaven, and the fatness of the earth, and plenty of corn and wine. Let people serve thee, and let nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over thy brethren, and let thy mother's son bow down to thee. Cursed be everyone that curseth thee, and blessed be he that blesseth thee. Hallelujah. I told them in the meeting yesterday morning as we prayed, I said that many years ago God showed me a fundamental secret which I never struggled with. I'm not disturbed if you curse me. I will not curse you in return. I operate under a covenant that says that if you bless me, you are blessed. If you curse me, you are cursed. So, do you understand the principle? My system is wired. My system says, Chukwuma, close up! The rebound system comes up, so it rebounds and returns back to the base from where it is coming from. So I don't need to pray for you when you curse. There's a system I operate on, which is a covenant. It says anyone that blesses you is blessed. Anyone that curses you. So anyone who is cursing you is disadvantaged already. Hallelujah. Can you imagine somebody waking up and cursing God? Say it will not be well with the heavens. God, wherever you are, it will not be well with you. And you think, Baba will beat an eye you? What nonsense? This God that sneezes and the rivers open up. When you finish cursing, he can decide that the earth should open up and swallow you. God provises and invents the things he uses to deal with his enemies. Now look at your neighbor, say you are blessed. You are blessed. You know why I'm starting this way? So that you will not leave this year very scared that somebody can say something. It's like, do you know why I did not go to the village last year? There's this particular man. Once you greet him and go back to the city, you will not prosper. So don't carry that person in your car. If you carry him, you will tend to poverty. He should enter and sit in front. As he gets down, he will get blessed. Praise God. The problem you are struggling with is that you are not carrying enough to supersede what they carry. Someone hearing me this morning? All I need is to carry enough. Then I can diffuse what they carry. Tell your neighbor, say I'm blessed. I'm blessed. You are not saying it like someone. Say I'm blessed. I am blessed. And tell your neighbor, say I know it. I know it. Everyone needs a father. Until you meet a real father, you cannot go farther. Every father must have a stand with God. Because this morning we'll be connecting to the two dimensions of the Father's blessing. There's a blessing that is vertical, which comes from above. There's a blessing that is horizontal, which comes from physical fathers. Too many times, some people have pursued the one that comes from above and they missed out on the blessings that comes from the horizontal. So this morning when we are done, we are trusting God that you'll be able to connect to the one that comes from the vertical dimension and also connect to the one that comes from the horizontal dimension. Praise the Lord. When you call, who you call Father determines how far you can weather through storms. The Father is a role model. Fathers are direction givers. I read many years ago in The Effective Father, I said a child will not see God as Father until he sees God in his Father. Fathers don't flatter or scatter. They only give instructions so you can matter. There's something I've discovered about blessings. Blessings are more spiritual than physical. I'm in a generation that believes that blessings are just words. Blessings are not words. A blessing is a force that ensures that what God has said about a man comes to pass. That's a blessing. So when I see you say, bless you, it becomes a language, no? Some people have sung that song, bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you, and there's no sign of the blessing. Until you understand the power in the blessing, you cannot lay hold on the blessing itself. So blessings are not just words, but they carry a force that can produce a desired change in the life of the bearer. Tell your neighbor, I am blessed.
I am blessed.
The dictionary definition of who a father is a male man. That is what they say. But I want to go a step further to ask you this morning, who can be your father? Who can be your father? Number one, God the Father. So in Matthew chapter 6 verse 9, it says when you pray, say what? Our Father, who art in heaven. Who can be your father? Number two, your biological father, your guardian, or someone that raised you up. So in Luke chapter 15 verse 11 to 12, we discover that the prodigal son had a father. So he came to his father and he said, "That the one that is my portion, give it unto me." Number three, who can be your father? Your spiritual father or your mentor can be your father. So in 2 Kings chapter 2 and in verse 12, we see Elisha cry out and say, my father, my father. So he was saying to Elijah, you are my father. This mantle you are carrying to heaven as father, we must understand that two, we have a biological father. We must understand three, we have spiritual fathers. And then we must understand four, that someone who is higher than you in an area can be a father in that area. Hallelujah. You know, in business, some people have fathers. If you ask that young man who went to do boy in Onisha, and he stayed under someone who taught him the ropes on how to sell clothes, at the end of his training, the man sends him forth and puts money in his hands, sets up a shop for him. That person who is sending him forth and setting him up in life has become what? Father to him. Hallelujah. But let's establish something very quickly. God the Father. Every child of God must know God as Father. Many times we know him as helper, we know him as provider, we know him as protector, we know him as a talking God, we know him as deliverance. That is a deliverer. Many times, and some, you know, the kind of picture they paint in your house determines how well you see God. I know some of you, your picture of God is like Voltron. God is like Superman. He just keeps coming when everything is tight. Just beep, that's the kind of God you know. But there's a dimension of God which is the Father part. Every day you know God as Father, you know him too well. In teaching us the Lord's Prayer, Jesus did not say pray our helper. He did not say pray our deliverer. He says pray our Father. So I must know him as Father if I can tap into the resources of being Father. Tell your neighbor, say, who is your Father? You must know God as Father. And when you know him as Father, life is sweet. I grew up to know that fathers go through a lot of stress. How many of you want to be smaller children again today? You know you're under pressure now. As a grown-up man, there are pressures you are going through. But don't say you can just sit down. So when you are coming back, you buy ice cream, sweet, the one that has stick, and biscuits. You hear? And your father shakes his head. Even when he doesn't have the money, he will buy it. As he's going out, he's under pressure. But today now, when you are coming home, and they say, Chukudi, when you are coming back, say 1 bag of rice, 3 chicken. He said, Daddy, why you asking too much? He's collecting back his sweet. Just that he doesn't lick sweet, so he's taking the advanced sweet. And advanced sweet is that rice you must bring home. Hallelujah. Because when we get to how to connect to your father's blessing, if you have not given anything to your father, physical father this year, you go and look for it. And it's not about the quantity, it's about your ability to connect, even if it is small. A 100 naira recharge card can bring a blessing. Say, you don't know, my dad is rich. He doesn't need anything from me. You know, don't worry. Let somebody who understands this principle of giving to your father come and give to your father. Then you will understand that the blessing in your father's mouth is about to rest on another man's head. Am I talking to someone this morning? Tell your neighbor, say blessing.
Blessing.
So every child of God must know God as Father, despite all the other relationship levels you have known, experienced or heard. Our God is a dependable, reliable, and unchangeable Father. This Father does not change. I can sleep and wake up, He still remains Father. Hallelujah. Amen. Hallelujah. Amen. Now talk to your neighbor, say neighbor. Say, how is your heavenly Father? Does He change? Say, do you know that your God in heaven is Father? And He does not change. Hallelujah. Thank you. Characteristics of God the Father. 1, He knows the end from the beginning. Tell your neighbor, my Father knows the end from the beginning. If you are sure, shout hallelujah. Hallelujah. Revelations 22 verse 13 says He's Alpha and Omega. So He knows the end from the beginning. So the Father I'm talking about, He knows my end already. Number 2, characteristics of this my Father. This my Father sees far. Tell your neighbor, my Father sees far. My Father sees far. He saw what Esau would become and settled with Jacob. They were still in the womb doing wrestling. Shift from me, Joe! The way you did as little children. Your parents have 1 3-seaters, 1 2-seaters, and 1 single-seater. Then you and your younger one will go and sit down on that 1-seater. He said, sit down here first. No! Get up! That was what Esau and Jacob were doing in the womb. Shift from me! And the woman said, how far? What is all this? God says, don't worry. 2 nations are in their womb. He said, but the younger will be leader. The older one will serve the younger. And the woman said, is that what you are saying? Praise God. Anytime you find God speaking ahead of a child, it's because God already knows the end of that child. So, when they came, the father and the mother now chose children. No, we say we shouldn't do this in our homes. Don't have special children. But they chose. The Bible said that Isaac loved Esau because of the venison, meat. Anytime the son comes back to bring bush meat, say, Daddy, bush meat. The father will eat. But go and check scriptures. The Bible said about Rebekah that she loved Jacob. There was nothing her love was tied to. It was love. But people never knew why she loved him that way. There was something she had heard during their conception. And that thing said that the younger one will be leader. The older one will serve him. Please, was Rebekah there the day Esau could not control his appetite and sold his birthright? So on the day of the blessing, she was sitting down somewhere. And she was saying, oh boy, you are not firstborn. You must collect this blessing. And the boy said, he said, Mommy, Daddy will curse me if he finds out I'm not the one. She said, you know what, let the curse be upon him. But the blessing today, Esau doesn't deserve it. So Esau went out to the field to look for meat. But there was meat in the house. The mother was an expert in preparing what her husband knows how to eat. And she went into the kitchen and did the food and gave it to her son. Dressed him. The father said, your voice looks like Jacob, but your smell looks like Jesus. Opened his mouth and poured the blessing upon him. The blessing, if you think blessings are casual, ask me, when Esau came back, why do you think he was crying? He said to his father, I said, you mean there's nothing left for me? The father said, I blessed him. There's only one thing that is remaining for you. If you will have dominion, you will break out of the shackles of your brother. I don't know what Esau did. He went to look for dominion so he could mark my destiny. I don't want you to start this year casually. If you will cry like Jabez in 1 Chronicles 4, 9 and 10 and say, Lord, I cannot run beyond now if I don't get the blessing for the year. If the force that will turn things around us, I have good plans. I know the thoughts. And I think to what you said, the thoughts of peace and not of evil to give you as expected. Number 4, characteristics of God the Father. He goes with his children. In Matthew 28, verse 20, he said, I will be with you always. That's the kind of Father we have. I'll be with you what? Not once in a year. I'll be with you all through 2020. I'll be with you all through your lifetime. That's the God we're talking about. Characteristics of God the Father. 5, he preserves his children. How many of you remember that woman that there was famine in the land and she carried her son and said, let's eat my own today, tomorrow we eat your own. I learned something from that woman. The one that they will eat her own tomorrow, she didn't say anything when they were eating the first woman's food. She relaxed. Said, tomorrow when it's time to eat my own, you will see my child. That's the heart of a mother. Solomon saw the heart of a mother when they brought 2 children to him. And the owner of his child, the other was the owner. I'm sure if you were the one that day, what you would just do is, bring the 2 children here, bring them. Or you hold the baby up. 2 of you face me. Check their nose. Hold up their ear. Eyes. Say blink. If Solomon had done that, he would have run into crisis. Solomon said, bring the child here. You say it's your own, and you say it's your own. Can I have the sword? Which was replica of the word of God in our day. So I'm going to cut this child into pieces. Every time the word of God comes forth, truth appears. The mother will be leaving child. Hey! Don't kill the child, give it to her. The one that is not the owner started shouting, divide it, half. Give me half, give her half. I will not lose, she will not lose. Half child. Solomon said, hold on. Give this child to this woman. Because the heart of a mother will not allow her to see the child that comes from her loins. So fathers, they go with their children. Hallelujah. Fathers go with their children. They preserve their children. It says in Isaiah 43 verse 2, he said, when you pass through the fire, I'll be there with you. And when you see Isaiah 43 verse 2, you're wondering if God really meant what he was saying. Then when you get to the book of Daniel, and you see the 3 Hebrew children in the fire, and you see God also coming there with them, then you know that he's a father that goes with his children. And he preserves them, even in the fire, even in the waters. Number 6 characteristic is a father who guards his word to fulfillment. Is a father who guards his word to fulfillment. And that characteristics of the father, of this God who is father, is that he's a truthful father. Somebody say truthful. Truthful father. If you're a father in the house, say praise the Lord. Hallelujah. But there are times we've told our children some things that we did not mean. Say, if you take first position, say, I will buy you a bicycle. As you are saying it, your heart is asking, where will this bicycle come from? How many of you did your parents promise you something that they never fulfilled till you became very old? And you went to school, you labored hard and you took first. And then you came home and you say, Mommy, first position, my bicycle. And the next thing you just see, nonsense. Are you the first to carry first? When God says a thing, he honors his word. But can I press forward and share with you other characteristics of a father? One, fathers are ladders. Two, fathers are feathers. If you connect to a real father, every true father will allow you to climb. Sit down with real fathers. Any father you see that wants to be greater than his son is not a correct father.
Yes, sir.
His father would ask question mark. So I built 2 houses, you must build only one. So fathers are ladders. 2, fathers are feathers. They want you to fly higher than they do. 3, fathers are teachers. Some of us dislike fathers because the slap of a father is the opposite of the love of a mother. Has your father ever slapped you before? You will notice that there is a multi-dimension in your father's slap. He slaps rarely. One slap can answer for 6 months. Don't worry, I'm one. I have children too. You ask my son. Once he starts misbehaving now, and I'm coming to the scene, the first thing he does is that he will put his hand there, put his hand there. I said, Jeremiah, he said, Daddy! So he'll be coming like this. He knows what I'll do to him. I'm not preaching to him that time. Because his mouth will hear you. So, I'm trying to make you fly. Every father wants the child to fly higher than he has flown. Every father wants to teach his son. Say, son, you qualify to be better than I am. That's father. So God wants you to imagine the heart of Jesus. I want to show you something. He says, greater works than I did will you do. How many people will say that kind of thing? That's the heart of a father. He said, what I succeeded in doing in my lifetime, you will do more. Sir, how many people will be like Elijah? You ask your boy who has been following you in prophetic class. You say, what do you want me to give you when I'm going away? He said, Daddy, double portion of what is on your life. Say, foolish boy. Shut up! You are looking for 2. In my life, I did 1, you are saying 2. If I did that, we say half. But Elijah did not rebuke him. He says, so. Elisha says, that also. There's no sleeping for me. And he saw his father going off. In 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 20, he cried. He said, my father, the chariots. You are going with this thing that you said you will give me. And the Bible says the mantle fell. When he got the mantle, he got back to the Jordan River. He did not speak English. With the mantle in his hand. He said, where is the God of Elijah, my father? And he hit the Jordan and said, I will respect grace. You are carrying something that matters in destiny. Yes, and he came out. And the Bible says that the sons of the prophet came and bowed to him. He had gotten the double grace of what his father carried. Friends, fathers are teachers. Number 4. Fathers are molders. 5. Fathers are leaders. Number 6. Fathers are doers. Tell your neighbor, fathers are doers.
Fathers are doers.
In Acts chapter 1 verse 1, Jesus began to go and to teach. I found out that the easiest way to teach your son or teach your children is to do the things you want them to do. If you have raised somebody before, if you have done business, you try to raise somebody in the business place, all you need to do to train him is be doing that and let him watch you. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Number 7, fathers and instructors. Benefits of the father's blessing. If it was not for your mercy, I would not be here today. Thank you for a new year. Thank you for the first Sunday in 2020. Thank you for the preservation of lives and properties. Thank you for the truth in your word. Thank you for the life that you live. Thank you for your restorative power. Thank you because you are our Father. Have your way here this morning. And take all the glory. In Jesus' name we pray. Speak to us in accents clear and sweet. Let Jesus alone be glorified this morning. In Jesus' name we have prayed. Hallelujah. Amen. You're welcome to church this morning. Are you up to extend the hand of fellowship to someone and say good morning, Happy New Year? Hallelujah. I want to do some very quick announcement so we can get into God's word for this morning. Praise the Lord. Amen. Once again, we welcome everyone. Like you heard during the announcement, 2020 has been declared our year of overflowing blessings. Your blessings will overflow in Jesus' name. And at the end of the service, we have a declaration we'll share together. And the declaration goes to say, this is my year of overflowing blessings. My harvest has just started. Everything is turning around for my good. Praise the Lord. Amen. In the course of the meeting with the workers this morning, we told them that going forward, every Thursday, we'll fast at the church. And that will not be so much of an issue between now and February, because the RCCP fast will be starting on Saturday and to run for 50 days. Praise the Lord. 50 days is just here. We meet with church every evening for those 50 days to talk to God. It's been a wonderful time. The last time we did that was in November. And we saw the hand of God moving in our midst. Praise the Lord. We also said to the workers that henceforth, every Thursday by 4 p.m., we go out for the evangelism at the church. It's not dependent on those who are in the evangelism group. It's something that we all must do now. And we are saying that souls must not be lost again. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. We also heard that starting from next Sunday, 2 services begin. Amen. Hallelujah. So by 7 a.m., the first service will be on their way. And by 9:30 a.m., the second service should have started. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. I have a mandate between today and the 21st. I had a clear instruction from the Lord. He says I must visit all your houses between today and the 21st of January. So I'm going to try to draw the program must get to all your houses in the next 16 days. I'm going to come in. All I have come to do is I just need to pray in your house. But please do me a favor. Those of you who are very related to matter, please don't get matter when I come to your house. The Bible said of Mary that Mary chose one thing. When I walk into your door, I'll just stand at the center of the sitting room and I'll begin to pray. And when I'm done, I'll take my leave through your door again and I'm off to the next place. I'm trusting God that the things you say you want to activate these things, this is in your home. You see them come to pass in the name of Jesus. So after church, we will be starting and dominion. Genesis 1:28. It assures you of maximum fruitfulness and dominion. It carries the power to overtake the gap created by birth. Genesis 27:29. So, even if you are the last born, if you carry the blessing, you have what it takes to suddenly appear at the forefront of life. 3. It positions the blessed for a greater attention from heaven. Genesis 25:11. The benefits of the Father's blessing. 4. It connects you to the prevalent covenant. Each time a man is blessed, there's a covenant he's connected to. So Abraham connected Isaac to that same covenant. Number 5, the benefits of the Father's blessing. It upturns negative decrees and trends over a life. In Genesis chapter 49, Reuben offended Jacob, but Jacob is a very dangerous father. I don't want to be like Jacob in this area. He offended him, he didn't say anything. He was still smiling with this his son. Good boy! Ruru! Sir! Say, come, your day is come. In Genesis 49, on the day of reckoning, Jacob was going to pour blessings upon his children. And then he calls his son, Reuben, my firstborn, say, Baba, I am here. Say, okay. Today we will know whether you are firstborn. You went onto my bed and you defiled it. I knew I did not say anything. Unstable as waters, you shall not excel. That statement finished Reuben. If you are a careful student of the Bible, go and read the book of Numbers. Anytime they are numbering the tribes, Reuben's tribe was always very small. Because one man placed a curse on him. But in Deuteronomy chapter 33, another man came who was a father. His name was Moses. And he spoke prophetically over them. He says, let Reuben. I speak over someone, but I don't know the curse that is prevalent over me. I reverse it this morning in the name of Jesus. He says, men will not be few. It takes one father to place a curse. It takes another father to place a blessing. I told you this morning it's an impartation morning. Because we lay hands on everybody. The aim is that when you go to, I don't know anything that will work. In 2020, that thing that has not worked, it will work this year. Amen. Hallelujah.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Benefits of the Father's blessing. It prospers the bearer. Genesis 27:28. And 7, it takes you farther than your father. When you are blessed, you go farther than your father. My father was talking with my mom one day. He said that let me do and come and inherit his house in the village. So my mom gave him a reply on our behalf. And that reply was very exciting for me. She told him, she said, when you came, you demolished your father's house to build your own, Abi. Then you want my son to come and inherit this your own. Why do you want to limit him? She said, no. Say the time you want to come and build in the village, this your own house should be very small compared to what he wants to do. So you bring it down to and build this one. And then your father is going to begin to do. Let him do his nose how he wants to do it. My father, you must demolish this your house. So believe in there first. But the truth of the matter is, whether he wants to agree or not, God's expectation for every father is that you should be greater than your father. Can I talk to fathers this morning? I was sharing with them in a meeting recently. Many years ago, I heard Pastor Tunde Bakari talking. And he said, that when his children graduate out of school, that he is able to give them a proper start in life. At least 1 million to say start and go and start something. I heard that many years ago. Then I sat down one day, and then the Holy Spirit began to talk. And he said to me, he said, Chukwuma, if I have a child and from day one that the child comes, that I give 5,000 in an account for that child every month, in 1 year I'll save 60,000. In 10 years, I'd have saved 600,000. When the child is 20 years, I'd have saved 1.2 million. So when he's graduating out of school, if I'm a principal father, he should have a proper start in life and have 1.2 million that he's looking at. I said, fatherhood is responsibility, it's not a title. So each time you call God Father, he's not answering a title, he's responsible. How many fathers will give their only begotten son to die for another son that they are not sure of? A son you are not sure, you bring the one that is out there, say, come, you will die for the next children. Was that not what he did? John 3:16 says, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten, that whosoever. So the son's outside, whosoever. So if they don't believe, you have just died like that. He said no. But that his heart was too large. But he released. Look at your neighbor, say, when you grow up, you'll be a good father. How to provoke the father's blessings? 1, by service. Tell your neighbor, serve. No, some of you are too big. You never served your father. It's only, Daddy, good afternoon. How are you doing? They said 8 textbooks, 45,000. Hello, Dad, are you hearing? Daddy, the shirt I wore in first semester, all of them, their collars are removing. Daddy, 15 shirts, 42,000. Daddy, are you writing the list? It's now 87. I'm still coming. I'm not finished. Daddy, my shoe has opened in the front and in the back. You are just calling this. And he will credit your account. When you come home during the break, you go and lie down in your room and carry your leg and put it on your bed with earpiece in your ear. You don't know that Genesis 8:22 is waiting for you. It says, seed time and harvest will not cease. Your son will not put earpiece. He will put radio. Tell your neighbor, say, sir. You want to prove there's something you will do for you just came back home from school and you walked into it. Daddy, get your clothes. Yeah? And you bring them out and you begin to wash them. At times he won't even talk. He said, my son. Hi. That thing, without uttering a word, volumes has come out of his stomach. He has said plenty. He said, Brother Billy Akoni said, his father used to be a native doctor. So when they offend their father, a native doctor, when he wants to curse them, he will place his hand on his mouth like this and begin to shout. He said, don't let me say this thing. He said, say it. So, but there's a blessing that is deep. You connect service. With this my age, when I still visit my parents in Lagos, I still enter the kitchen to wash plate. I will still wash it. It doesn't reduce anointing. But there's something I'm connecting to. Anyone I'm saying she's here, I should tell you it's not true. But when I do it, as I'm doing it, I know I'm connecting to something naturally. Even if she doesn't open her mouth, it flows. Mommy, this nail that I fixed is 7,000. So I will now put it inside water. That we are washing plates. Which plate? Mommy, don't worry. If you want someone to, let better get a house help that will come and be washing plate for you. Don't worry. On the day of your blessing, we'll get house help. We will bless the house help on the day of reckoning. You want to provoke your father's blessing? Go and serve. Go and wash his car. Some of you, the service is just to call him and ask him how he's doing. But no, some of you don't. How can I use my money to call my father? You are still busy flashing him. Daddy, and you picked. I will flash you, Daddy, you will not pick. Why? Daddy, you want to finish my credit? Don't worry. We will finish it. At the fullness of time, when people are finishing credit, you will see yourself. Be careful. Serve your father. Amen. Number 2, you want to provoke God's blessing? Submit. Submit to Father. So when we talk of service, when I'm dealing with the 2 categories of Father, as you serve your Heavenly Father, you connect to the blessings He gives. And some of you, just to go and be cleaning chair is what He's sending you. 2, He says submit. Tell your neighbor submit. Submit. And someone shout submit. Submit. You want to go far? Then you must learn submission. You must learn to submit to God. You must learn to submit to the fathers He has placed around you. And submission is not easy. Especially when you have entered school or you have married. So I'm not big. I'm not that small boy you used to know before. Baba says there's no problem. Big people take care of themselves. Submit. Do you know that Elisha was a big man? Big man with big business. Elijah never did business. One day, Elijah was just coming, carry this man to hit him. And it was good. And the young man ran after. He said, Sir, I want to come and submit to you. He said, I'm sorry, I'm not telling you. I'm sorry, telling me. I can't do what you're doing. He ran him. Killed all his business, closed it up, and followed him. You know the one that paid me? When they were going to describe him in 2 Kings, they said, Joshua said there's one guy called Elisha. He used to pour water on the hand of Elijah. I say, So I went and read Bible story. And I discovered that, you know the way they used to read in those days? When your father finishes eating, and you are standing in front of him, holding the bowl and the water, when he finishes, he doesn't need napkin. He does it like this. Daddy was it like that before. He will clean it on Elisha. But you know what? The guy was taking that because there comes a day when I can demand for the Father's blessing. Say, Daddy, clean your hand. You can even clean your mouth. But when the day they will bless somebody, let me hear that you went on excursion. Tell your neighbor, say submit. Submit. Number 3. You want to provoke the Father's blessing. Somebody say give. Touch your neighbor, say give. Ask your neighbor, say please open your hand. Your right hand, I want to see something. Say, is there glue here? What of agadite? What of gum? So why are you stingy? I read a story online recently. I read it and I started laughing. They said the boy said his father told him that their roof had a problem. And they told him the estimate. He sent the money. When the boy came home, he said, Daddy, but you didn't change this roof. What was wrong with your roof in the bed? He said, keep quiet. After you were telling me this textbook, this textbook, this textbook, this textbook. Did I complain? It has got into your tongue and you're telling me I did not change roof. Some of you don't wait till your parents tell you a lie. Amaka, admission. I tell you what of that. Then she calls the phone. Hey God, my mother is about to die. Some of you on burial day, the things you say about your parents, they want to get up and slap you. Say shut up! You didn't give me anything. Then he said, I want to read. My mother was the best thing that could ever happen to me. If she had come back now. Say, this one is not well. That thing you want to say on burial day, say it in living day. Give your father now. Buy him recharge card now. He flashes you. Say, Daddy, why are you flashing? Say, I don't have recharge card. He said, Daddy, I don't worry, I'll be calling you. What do you even need recharge card for? But when one girl that is not well, somewhere say, hello, as I'm talking to you now, my credit is remaining 14 naira. I said, as you drop now, 4,000. You want to be big outside, small inside. A friend of mine, the dad was late. Got a job in an OFM. And then he had his mother. The first major money he was paid. You know these oil boys eat big money. The first money that came was life. He bought a car from Lagos and drove it to Aba. Got there and told the mother. He said, Mama, you have been father and mother to us. He said, take this car. The mother looked at him. He said, have you bought your own? He said, no. He said, Mama, you should drive first. I know I can stay by. He said, she walked around the car, walked around and lay down on the ground. And the kind of things she started uttering that day, they are not casual. They are deep. Am I talking to someone today? Because some of you, when you live here today, you have not called your father this year to say Happy New Year. You will go and call him. Say, sir, do you know that my father is very wicked? If I call him now, he will kill me. He did not kill you when you were small. Is it now? When you were not, he didn't know anything, he didn't kill you. Is it now he will kill you? Give to your parents. Hallelujah. Anyone who has played father over you, put something in their hand. It might be small, but it matters. Number 4, how do you connect? By association. At times, they're not asking for anything, they just want you to come. One of my friends who pastors, his father in the Lord is in Ibadan. The man is not asking him for anything. Anytime he just goes to visit him and sits down in their sitting room, the man will just look at him and say, you're one of those children who still come around to greet daddy. He said, you have not grown beyond your father. She said, Daddy, how can I do that kind of thing? He will smile, smile, smile. But there's no day he goes to see his father. If he comes in with 100,000, I'm talking of a spiritual father, he's living with 1 million. Because when they finish it, hey, Daddy, I just came to see you. And Mommy, please help me to buy a drink for Daddy. You say, okay. So when they are going, Daddy will call his children and say, come. He said, take this envelope. When you are going, buy biscuits. You buy biscuits. Here, you will open it, 500,000 to buy biscuits. Which time? I told him one day, I said, let me come and see your spiritual father. So that they can give me 500,000 to buy biscuits. Biscuits! I will open factory. Hallelujah. But just associate with them. Don't say she's not looking modern. My father is not sharp. Some of you can't introduce your father anywhere. Say if I introduce, it's not sharp. He's not sharp. He doesn't speak good English. He's not polished. He didn't go to school, but he paid your school fees. If he likes, let his leg not be on the ground when they are going to say, see my father. If you don't like it, leave it. Praise God. Number 5, you want to connect to the Father's blessing, you connect by prayers. I was telling them this morning, Matthew chapter 7, verse 7. He said, ask, and you shall be given. You know, that was one place that God told you to ask. He did not give you prayer point. He said, seek, and you shall find. Knock, and the door will be opened unto you. What is the prayer point? He said, I don't have. Find it. You have a father? You know your father in heaven? You know how to ask him. Don't close your... When it comes to asking God for something, I don't close my mouth. In the place of prayer, I'm not a gentleman. And I don't speak big English yet. Oh Lord, you know, you created the heavens and the earth. You are the same yesterday, today, and forever. Lord, as I pray now, let the heavens open over this people. I'm not in the US, I did here. Do you know if Elisha was speaking phonetics, Elijah would have gone? Do you know the way you pray that prayer? My father, you are going. This boy is a serious boy. He's not ready to pray. Because when we begin to pray this morning, when we see gentle, you know, some of you pray like VI Christians. I grew up in Lagos. When I say, yes Lord Jesus, we give you praise. Don't be praying like them. They have seen something. The person who is praying that thing, he has 20 million in his account. When he's praying that way, he's comfortable. You! You know your state! And you are doing, yo man, Lord, yo man. There's no evil. God will have mercy in Jesus' name. Amen. Why many never connect to their father's blessing? One, pride. They are very proud people. God resists the proud. Somebody say resist. Resist. He gives grace to the humble. Two, greed. Go and ask Gehazi. I don't know what Gehazi was looking for. Do you know Gehazi qualified to carry 4 times what Elijah carried if he followed? For greed, you know. He followed Naaman. Say, Oga, you just saw money and you left it. I will not leave it like you. I'm wise. Grabbed the thing. As he was entering the house, he looked around, hid it under. Said, Daddy, you have been calling me here, man. Elisha looked at him. Said, you think it is nowadays to collect money? As you have collected the money, you have also collected leprosy. That was the end of a ministry that would have mattered. Be careful of greed. Amen. I have plenty young men in school now. Praise God. Don't go and use your school fees to do Nigeria bed. Your father will curse you the day he hears it. Say that I was just trying to double my school fees, double it. And from doubling it, I discover it doesn't double. It will keep reducing. A woman walked into my office one with her son. I paid my school fees. The system did not accept it. I said, which system did you pay with? Say this way. I said, check it. And I was looking at the boy's eye. So I told the mother, excuse us, give me 1 minute. I said, has your mother slapped you before? He said, no. I said, I will slap you now. You will tell the truth. Did you pay that school fees? He said, no, sir. Sir, he's betting. Bet. 100 naira to the 100 naira to the 100 naira. You know that is the day that you know little drops can make ocean. I hope you know when you remove 100 naira from 35,000, it's not 34,900. He says 100. And when you play the first 100 naira, and you know we say play again. The next one. Even the guy who owns the shop is praying for you. He said the next one you will play now, you will hit it in the name of Jesus. 34,000 gone, 35 finished. And you will know that you have entered one chance. And you now come home to greet. He said, Daddy, I've not paid my school fees. Which mouth do you use to say? So let greed not push you. You want to turn 35,000 to 70,000. Which work do you do? I checked through my scriptures. I never saw money double. God can breathe upon a man's work, but God must see the work. Is that one work? Someone sent me something before the new year. She said before you start saying, I will reap in 2020. She said, what did you plant that you want to reap first? So you must plant something first before you start reaping. So this year, if you are greedy, be careful. 3, by some, never connect to the Father's blessings, negligence. So you can neglect God, you can neglect your fathers, and then you bear the consequences. So when I was sick, in Matthew 25, 35 to 40, he said, you did not visit me. I was in prison, you did not visit me. See this kind, you don't connect. He said, depart from me. You are not meant for this place. Number 4, someone say ignorance. Ignorance. Do you know that I've told you before that the elder brother of the prodigal son, do you know he was the owner of that thing that the prodigal son came to eat? Because they had shared it, he had carried his portion, so the remaining one belonged to this boy. But he came back that day and he was grumbling. He said, Daddy, I'm angry with you. This wasted boy has come back and you are giving him something. Me that has been here, you have not even given me ordinary goods to rejoice with my friend. Father say you are very ignorant. Don't be ignorant. You want the Father's blessing? Then you must know that the blessing exists in the first place. Imagine Dangote's son going to meet his father. He said, Daddy, I've been fasting for the past 2 weeks. He said, what is it, my son? He said, Daddy, I've been fasting. I've really been fasting. He said, what is it, my son? He said, Daddy, I want to come and ask you for 5 naira. I need God to touch your heart to give me 5 naira. You will go and fast another 50 days because you are a foolish son. How will you be fasting for 50 days for me to give you 5 naira? My son is small, but there are things he wants to ask. When he's asking, he doesn't say, do you have? He says, it's there. He said, I want this thing. He said, my wife says to him, did you put please? He said, please, I want this thing. I said, do you know? He said, it's in the other room. It's there. Then the sister says, I want juice. It's in this carton. Then she will put her hand on the carton. So you need to get ready to go and open the carton. So don't be an ignorant person. Know what your father has so you can ask correctly. Am I talking to someone this morning? Tell your neighbor, say ignorance. And people are destroyed for what? Lack of knowledge. Why many never connect to their father's blessing? 5. Uncovering your father's nakedness. Never do it. Are you minding that, my father? The one that could not train us. That's my farmer. You don't even know my father. That one will be drinking up and down. Drink. And when he finishes, he will fall inside one bottle. My brother, protect your father. He's not doing well, but please cover his nakedness. Don't go and put it on Radio Nigeria. He's still your father. 6. Despising your father. Tell your neighbor, say, don't despise your father. And why many never connect to the father's blessing? Number 7 and the last is sin. 1 John chapter 3 verse 8. Can we read that together? 1 John 3 verse 8. Pick him. He that committed sin is what? So the devil is the father of the person that does what? You don't know the meaning of this language. He that committed sin is what? So his father is known. Devil. So any day a man sins, he changes paternity. We don't need to do paternity test. We just check it. Are you a sinner? Yes. Your father? Devil. See, but for this cause, this was the reason why the Son of Man was made manifest. That he would do what? Hallelujah. It's possible you are here this morning, you are struggling with one sin on the inside. You try to come out, you say, hey, it's not. I'm like fish inside water, inside this sin. I'm struggling to come out, the thing is drawing me back. But this is a new year. And you want to say to yourself, sin, leave me alone. Say to Cain, he said, sin light at the door. But Cain did not hear. Went and butchered his brother. Sin is lying at your door. It's possible that sin has been lying at your door. It escaped with you to 2020. On the crossover service, he said, let me just be here, occupying this small space. Why we cross over together? He said, when we cross over, I cannot take my key. But you are saying, no. If sin could destroy a glorious destiny like Ruben, I don't want it. One man I celebrate in scripture, his name is Judah. And Judah means praise. Judah slept with his son's wife. Unknowingly. Because Judah refused to give her his son. So she went and disguised and positioned herself and he slept with her. When it was time to pay for the sleeping, he didn't have money. He said, okay, give me your staff. Took his staff. He said, I will come back to you. Then they saw that she was pregnant with child. And he said, Madam, you have done the matter. We brought the matter to Judah. The original owner of this staff is the owner of this baby. And they brought the staff. Judah did not hide it. He said, I'm the owner. I was guilty. That was why, do you know it was from that lineage that Jesus came? It was from the tribe of Judah. On the day his father was going to talk, they knew he opened up. Anytime we uncover our sin, we prosper. Anytime we hide it, we hide prosperity from ourselves. This year, somebody is going to make a decision. I don't want to cover it any longer. I don't want sin to hide this glorious destiny. I want to make a decision this morning for the Lord. As we conclude, you need a father. You need your father's blessing. Endeavor to collect that which is in the mouth of your heavenly Father, and also the other fathers around you. Stand up to your feet. But you know the one you are struggling with. And you know that this morning, if we are talking of the Father's blessing, that you are far from it. There's something you want to do. You want to make peace with God. You want to hand your life over to Jesus. Like Judah, you want to say, I want to uncover it so that I can matter in destiny. Somebody wants to give his life to Jesus this morning. This is the first Sunday in 2020. I want to help you this morning. I am here. I want to hand this life over to Jesus. I've not been at peace with him. I've grieved him by my actions. I've grieved him by the things I have done. Can you lift your hands over your head? I want to pray with you. I want to welcome you this morning. It's so exciting if you want to hand this life over to Jesus. Can you join me here? I want to welcome you. Come, take a step and come. It's one decision. God bless you. Come. If you are coming, come quickly. I want to deal with this matter once and for all. I want to hand this life over to Jesus. If you are coming, God bless you. Come. Just as I am, without one plea. I'm still waiting for someone. Come. For that. Sin will not hide my story this year. And God bless you. Come. I don't want to live in sin and die. Let's go. It's another time. You take it one more time. If you are coming, run and come. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Take one step. Sin will not hide me any longer. I'm breaking out today. For this cause was the Son of Man made manifest, that he will destroy the works of the devil. I want to take this one more time. I said to you, there will be an impartation this morning. But please, I told you we are wired in a way. Sin closes up a man's system to the blessing that is coming. I don't want to lay hands on you this morning and your system says no. We are not ready for this now. This life does not qualify. I want to be able to pray this morning, and when you walk out here, the force will go to work. I'll tell you one more time, because there's someone I just need to wait for. If you are the one God is calling this morning, as we take you the last time, take that step of faith. You want to say to sin, enough is enough. And now, thou peace may come to me, O Lamb of God. Repeat after me, say, Lord Jesus. Today, the 5th day of January 2020, I submit to you. Today, I forsake my sin. I forsake my old life. Today, I make a decision for you, not to go back to it. This year, I will live for you. This year, I will serve you. This year, I will love you. This year, I will live for the kingdom. Lord Jesus, I break the hold of sin in my life. For today there's victory everywhere I go, in the name of Jesus. Father, I pray for your children right now. There's great rejoicing because the serpent has been bruised again. This sin will not hide their glorious destiny. I ask for God that you will strengthen them. Lord, the strength to live above sin, the wisdom not to go back, release it upon them. From today, may the Holy Spirit guard your heart. May you live right. And when the roll is called up yonder, may you not be found wanting. Lord, I pray for them right now. As they pray this morning, as they call my Father, Lord, answer them. In Jesus' name I pray. God bless you. Somebody will give you a card to fill, so I can pray for you after now. God bless you. Let's celebrate them as they get back to their seat, and God is doing it. Oh, Father, we thank you. 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 In the name of Jesus. Lift your two hands wherever you are. We want to pray now. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Say, my Father.
My Father.
Say, my Father.
My Father.
Thank you for today.
Thank you for today.
Thank you for your word.
Thank you for your word.
She said in Matthew 7 verse 7. She said in Matthew 7 verse 7 that ask and it shall be given. Seek and you shall find. Knock and the door shall be opened unto you. This morning, Lord, I ask for my blessings for 2020. Go ahead and begin to ask your Father. You're talking to your Father, you're not talking to anyone. Just say it now, just up. Elijah said, double portion. Jacob, take for the blessing. Two more prayers, and then the other shall be helping. Open your two hands. Say, my Father. Every man has a portion. I'm not asking for another man's portion. 2020, I receive my portion. My Father, my portion. Are you ready for the last word? You want to say, my Father? Whosoever you bless is blessed. Are you sure of what you just said? Now say it again. Say, my Father.
My Father.
Whosoever you bless is blessed. The blessing open doors. The blessing uplifts. The blessing announces. The blessing releases. I stand on your word this morning and I declare your blessing upon my life. It will work for me. It will work for me. It will work for my children. It will work for all that concerns me. Thank you, Father. So from the back,
Thank you.